up, guys? Dan here in the garage gym talking to you about some freaking bench press. It is the only lift that people who don't lift care about, and that should matter to you. Or maybe it shouldn't. I don't know. But here are your big bench press tips and tricks to get a big ass bench press. So what makes me qualified to do that? Well, I am an old has-been powerlifter, but I have hit a 500 plus pound bench 2 times in competition, raw, with a nice little pause. Cue the footage. 507, not as good as applause. But I have hit a 500 plus bench more than once in my life in competition. You haven't, or you probably wouldn't be watching this video, because if you have, you probably already know all these tricks and you already know what you're doing, so you don't need me, okay? And you should let me know who you are, and I'll follow your YouTube channel and steal all your tips that you give for people. But this is a big question I get all the time is, fun fact, whenever someone says that, the truth is they almost never get those questions ever. I don't get them all the time, but I have gotten them from time to time. So, the big things, people are always looking for a little shortcut, a little trick, a little ditty that helps. Like, how can they have their grip? Maybe if they push it out a little wider, they can blow off their pec trying to bench mediocre weight at 165 pounds body weight. Yes, Jimmy, you can do that. You can look like a little bitch with this much range of motion and move a weight that a grown man can do for reps if he actually is willing to put on some fucking body weight and maybe not have abs for a few months. I get riled up. So that brings us to our first thing that will help your bench press. Do not change your technique. Do not fuck around with your grip. Do not build that stupid arch that makes everyone in the real world think powerlifting is a fucking joke, because it makes it a fucking joke when you do that shit. Put on body weight. The quickest way to build your bench press is to put on body weight, because 2 things happen when you do that. 1, you get thicker, which does reduce the range of motion of the barbell. But more importantly, when you add body weight, not all that body weight's gonna be fat. Some of it might be this crazy thing called muscle that contracts and helps you lift some freaking weight. Some of you little twinks out there weighing 180 pounds, 165 pound lifters, you little lightweight benchers that pull 700 pounds and can't bench 2 plates, yeah, I'm talking to you, where more than half your total is your damn sumo deadlift. You need to put on some body weight. You can still pull sumo like a little bitch. I plan on doing it here in a few months as well. But you can have a bench press that does not make 12-year-old girls laugh at you. You can do that by moving from the 165 weight class to the 181 weight class. You can do that by moving from a 181 to 198. You can do that by moving from the 198 weight class to becoming a real grown adult man over 200 pounds in the 220 class. And it goes better from there. You will not find, I'm not gonna say any, because there's some genetic monsters out there, but you will not find a dude with a relatively normal bench press grip that is hitting a 400 plus bench unless he is over 200 pounds. It's just not a thing. If you're 165, congratulations, you're tiny, you probably have really good mobility and can arch your ass off and make a mockery of the bench press. But until you put on body weight, you will not actually be pressing what you are capable of pressing. Get bigger and you will get stronger and more jackeder, and ladies will like you. Maybe not that part. Dudes will think you're cooler though. Second thing, lots of people love super high frequency. Lots of people are very into, especially younger lifters, very into hitting that max, testing heavy doubles and triples and singles all the freaking time. That will get you progress when you are weak and brand freaking new and tiny like a little ant. But if you have been lifting with the goal of strength for more than about 6 months, it is time to do more reps. Do more reps. Do sets of 10s, do sets of 8s, do sets of 6s. Oh my God, do sets of 20. Get some reps, because like we said in the first point, building body weight, building muscle mass is a huge component of getting stronger in everything, but especially especially the bench press. More reps, hypertrophy work. Do a 4-week hypertrophy block. I know, it's not fun, but it'll work. Third thing, this goes along with the reppy part. Everyone wants to play with shit and get their technique different and feel like that's the thing that's gonna help. Build big triceps. Do more tricep work. Triceps, triceps, triceps. That is what extends your arm. Guess what? Your arm has to extend when you do a bench press. If your tricep is a weak little bitch muscle, if your arm looks like a damn noodle and you're doing this, that's fine. But if you did this with a bigger arm, you probably push a bigger weight. Build your triceps. Fourth thing, build an overhead press. Not a push press, not a push jerk, a strict overhead press. But Dan, my shoulders hurt when I do that. Okay, this can be a thing. Play with your grip. Find a multi-grip bar. Do a neutral grip. Do a log. Neutral grip will be friendlier on your shoulders. If all that doesn't work and you cannot do an overhead press without excruciating pain, I'm not talking about you being a bitch because you're weak at it and you don't like looking weak. I'm talking about actual injury pain. Then you can do an incline bench press. If incline bench press hurts your shoulders and your feelings too, just get more shoulder work in. Do lateral raises, do front raises, like build your shoulders, build your upper back, build your traps. One of the big reasons people miss bench presses is because they say they misgrooved it. All the misgroove is you didn't have the shoulder stability and upper back stability to keep the bar where you mean to have it. If you misgroove a lift at 50%, you misgrooved your lift. If you misgroove a lift at 100% or 95%, your ass just wasn't strong enough to keep it in the groove. You need to build the support structures for your bench press, which is your traps, your rear delts, your front delts, the shoulders, this whole shoulder girdle. That is what keeps you stable. And then to a lesser extent, lats. People bitch about lats and act like they're the most important things in sliced bed for bench. That's true in a shirt. That is not true raw. Raw, it is upper back and shoulders that provide the stability. It is triceps that provide the gas and general muscle size that creates the support structure and the size of the muscle for all that stuff to work together. So, to recap this short little tirade that I'm going on here. Number one, in order of importance, body weight. Put on some goddamn poundage to that skeletal, skinny ass little sumo pulling frame you got. Number two, in order to do that, do more reps. Number three, you have to have the muscle that extends your arm. Be stronger and bigger. Build triceps. Last part, get stable. Getting stable, I could honestly put the shoulders and the overhead press, I could put that probably right under reps before triceps. Just depends who you are. Are you missing the go or are you missing the stable? So those four things, more body weight, more reps, more triceps, more overhead pressing and shoulder work. Those things will get you a big bench. Maxing out your bench every week, 3 times a week, will not get you a bigger bench once you're already relatively strong. If you're in the first 6 months, the biggest thing that's going to improve your bench press is closing your eyes and dreaming about bench pressing. If you think about bench pressing, you will visualize a better bench press, you will do a better bench press. But if you're watching these videos and you're on your YouTube looking at lifting stuff, you've probably lifted long enough, that shit ain't going to work. What is going to work is getting bigger, getting stronger in the parts that matter about your bench. So, next time you can go to a bar and people will ask you, hey, what's your bench? You'll be like, 405, and you'll think that's cool, and it is cool. And inside they think it's cool too, but they're just gonna say they knew someone in high school that benched more, like 300 pounds more. Like maybe they did, like maybe they benched 700. Their dad benched 550 pounds as a senior in high school. You suck, but deep down you know they're full of shit. So, final bonus tip on bench presses and conversations about bench presses with little bitches that don't lift. Ask them what they bench. They say, hey, Dan, you look big. What do you bench? I say, I don't know, Jimmy. What do you bench? And they think of a number they can't bench that sounds really strong, and they'll say like 315. And what you do is you go, oh, that's really good, man. Yeah, I hit like 325 for maybe like a triple. So this way you win. You win the conversation. You may bench more than 325, but that doesn't fucking matter. You just need to bench more than this asshole and do it for 1 or 2 more reps. Make him feel like the little tiny ass bitch he is. There you go. Fired up tips from Uncle Dan. Hope y'all enjoyed. Please check out the links in the description. Support the channel. We got equipment to check out. And if you are looking to get a truly big ass bench, maybe you want to sign up for a bench meet. Maybe you just want to go to LA Fitness and look like the strongest hombre around. Check out my training app. I have a template in there. It is called Bench Nasty, and it is specifically geared to build you a big ass bench press in 12 weeks. Link is in the description here. Check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe. I will catch you all later.